Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. We're here today to give you an update on the critical water main repair affecting citywide water usage. Today joining us is Michael Thompson, General Manager of Infrastructure Services. We've got Cheryl Townsend, who's an Inspector with Community Services, and Francois Bouchard, the Director of Capital Priorities and Investments. We'll hear their updates and we'll take your questions after. Thank you. Thanks, Michael.
Good afternoon. Today I'm joined by Cheryl Townsend, Community Standards Inspector, and Francois Bouchard, Director of Capital Priorities and Investment. We'll provide an update on water consumption, bylaw enforcement, and construction progress. Yesterday, our demand was 487 million litres. While this further reduction is helpful, if we continue at the current rate, we will run out of water before repairs are complete. The rain earlier in the week did not impact water use in a way we were expecting. As I mentioned yesterday, we continue to see instances of automatic sprinklers running. We are very concerned about the upcoming hot weather over the long weekend and into next week. As you can see from the graph, water usage typically increases as the temperature rises. Our ability to deliver water to you is dependent on refilling a network of underground water storage reservoirs. Though we are making adjustments to our distribution system to supply as much water as we can, with the feeder main out of service, we simply cannot replenish the underground water storage reservoirs as quickly as we normally do. Without water restrictions, we would have run out of water by now. Every day, demand exceeds supply, reservoirs deplete, and our ability to provide fire protection, maintain water pressure, and ensure water is available is at risk. As the system and Glenmore Water Treatment Plant are pushed harder to refill, there is a greater risk of failure. With Stage 4 outdoor water restrictions and indoor water reductions, we are capable of providing clean, safe water for the duration of this urgent repair work. We've had some questions about what businesses are doing to make reductions to their water use. Just like residents, we're asking businesses to reduce by 25% if they safely can. We continue to reach out to our largest customers. We have made hundreds of phone calls and will continue to encourage them to do all that they can. Please remember that you must not use potable water outside. If your plants need water, use water from your rain barrels, grey water from your shower, or other non-potable sources. If you haven't checked the timer on your lawn sprinklers, please do so immediately so that they don't accidentally activate. This could mean a $3,000 fine. I will now turn the podium over to Community Standards Inspector Cheryl Townsend. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, GM Thompson. I'm here with an update on the measures being taken to enforce the Stage 4 outdoor water restrictions as outlined by the city's water utility bylaw. Community Standards is actively working with the water teams and 311 to follow up on reports of outdoor water misuse. As of this morning, we have As of this morning, we've received a total of 278 calls since Stage 4 restrictions took effect on Monday. 56 of those complaints are related to commercial or industrial properties. We are actively following up on these calls. Just this morning, we received 76 reports related to sprinkler use that have a high likelihood of fines. We will begin issuing tickets in the next few days. As a reminder, fines for water misuse under Stage 4 outdoor water restrictions are $3,000. This is in line with the seriousness of this situation and the need for public compliance. We are increasing our presence in communities and will be working through the weekend. Today we heard some unconfirmed reports of people going door to door, purporting to be checking for water restriction violations and using that as a ruse for theft. There are no city crews going door to door doing such checks. To ensure your safety, please be aware that any official inspections related to water use will only be conducted by bylaw officers in clearly marked uniforms, and they will always carry proper identification. Our officers also have no reason to gain access inside the home. If city staff require access to homes for any reason, it will be by appointment only through 311. If you receive an unexpected visit from someone claiming to be a city employee who is not in a clearly marked uniform with appropriate identification, please contact Calgary Police Services. I will now invite Director Bouchard to the podium for an update on construction progress.
Thank you, Cheryl, and good afternoon. As previously shared, there are 8 work sites along the feeder main where we will perform a total of 21 pipe segment repairs. We have developed a map to indicate active, inactive, and completed sites. As you can see on the map, sites 1 through 4 are currently active. If you are in the repair area, you will notice active sites are busy and work is progressing safely and as quickly as possible. Excavation activities are underway for 9 segments across multiple sites. This is up from the 8 reported yesterday. We remain on schedule. All excavations for these first 4 sites are estimated to be complete by September 3rd. The materials required for concrete encasement are beginning to arrive on the site today. This includes rebar to construct the form around the pipes. Creating the rebar form and concrete pouring is expected to start this weekend as excavation is completed around some of the pipe segments. Crews are preparing to start construction on 16th Avenue, which is planned to begin on September 5th. Road closures and detour plans are being finalized. We will share these plans through a mail drop in the directly impacted area, through our email updates, and on calgary.ca. Our team continues to talk to businesses and those in the repair area to help them prepare for the construction impacts. I would like to recognize those in Montgomery and Bowness areas for their support through this repair as we strive forward together. I will now ask Sherry to moderate the questions from the media.
Thank you. Any questions?
Sure. Can you talk a little bit more about the people going to homes and conducting tests? Can you give me a little bit more of a briefing on that? And what locations, what streets they were?
Thank you. We don't have confirmation of the communities. It's unconfirmed information at the moment that we're still looking into.
Okay, so what have you heard? You've had some complaints, or what do you know?
Concerns from citizens have come forward to third party, and we're looking into those. We just want to get that public safety message out there and make sure that people are aware of uniform presence, and any door knocks would be in a uniform at this time.
So what were the people complaining about? What was happening?
I don't have a lot of information regarding that. Just the third-party information right now is there has been door knocks of people in plain clothes with identification stating that they are city employees.
And would city employees ever do that? Would they ever go knocking on residential doors?
Right now, during this time, we wouldn't have that happening.
Right. So that isn't even like a role of city workers to do that. So, you know, if anyone is doing that, please be aware.
Absolutely. Please contact CPS. Only uniforms will be doing a door knock at this time.
All right. Any other
Thank you.
questions? One last thing to close. We will be continuing this weekend with live streams. Media, if we are having an in-person availability, we will send out an invite. Thank you very much.